Hey, how you doing, YouTube family, man? Ant Man here, back with another video. And today, I had a really big busy day, and I was just basically out all day. And you know, I basically got back to the hotel, and I was basically, I had a conversation with a young lady, and she, you know, and I call everybody young lady, even if they're old. A lot of people that are older, they're very young spirited. So I usually call them young lady. A young man and this and that there, because they're young spirited. They're an entrepreneur. They're happy, go lucky, and they're really like, they're entrepreneurs and they're trying to make it right. So she had the question like, everyone wants to know about scripts and leads and about the industry, and people are joining this industry like green faced. Basically, they're joining it, and the last thing you want is to feel, unequipped, right? You don't want to feel like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't want to get put in a position to where you feel like you're uneducated about something, and you may end up potentially losing that deal because you may sound as if you don't know what you're talking about, right? We've all been in that position. I've been in that position many times, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, but sometimes, you kind of know how to get over that hump, right? So what if you don't know how to get under that hump, right? What do you do? So if you pay attention to the screen, I mean, obviously that's Mark Cuban, and it says sweat equity is the most valuable equity there is. Know your business and industry better than anyone else in the world. Love what you do or don't do it. I would put love what you do or don't do it at all. You know what I mean? Even though it's the same thing, but still, right? Sweat equity. You got to put in the work, right? But what I paid attention to was know your business and industry better than anyone else in the world, right? Who are you in competition with? Yourself, right? You're the one that's going to the seminars or have to go to the seminars. You're the one that's, needing to go to these webinars. You're the one that's going to have to sit into these business meetings, and you're the one that's going to have to sit in these sessions and just be around these people and watch how they move, watch how they talk. You're the one that's going to have to do chart cards and figure out, how to memorize this and how to memorize that. You're the one that's going to be investing into your business. You're the one that's going to be investing into leads for your business. You're the one that's going to be investing in learning how to, properly talk, or, script reading and role playing and other things like that. You are the one that's going to be the one, okay? Putting in the work, educating yourself, doing what needs to be done, whether it's a degree or if it's a certification. No matter what you do, be the best at it. Simple as that. It doesn't matter what you do. I don't care if someone comes in there and they said they got 12 years, 20 years experience, 40, 50, whatever. I don't care. They've been doing it before you was born, blah, 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 blah. I've had people walk out on things and they have more experience than anybody in there, but when it push come to shove, when it come down to it, they out the door. You know what I'm saying? Without, with nothing else to fall back on, right? Because some people can't deal with certain things, right? It is what it is, But my thing, I'm big on education. The reason why I'm big on education on what you want to do, okay? No matter what it is that you want to do, okay, whatever that may be, okay? You could be a fashion designer, you could even be a rapper, whatever. Hone in your skill. Do whatever needs to be done to be better at it, to be the best at it. Be in competition with yourself, not no one else, okay? Yourself, all right? Be better than yesterday, right? Don't worry about the future. You're not there yet. You don't know if you're going to live that long, right? So be better than yesterday, okay? Compete with yourself, right? So I get this question a lot, because a lot of people, they join this industry, the business funding industry, the loan industry, whatever you want to call it, finance industry, whatever, right? And they're a deer in headlights, and everyone's telling them, oh yeah, all you got to do is just find a business that needs funding and send the information over, and they'll get funded in a couple of days, and you'll get your money within a couple of days or within the 2 weeks or whatever, and you don't got to really know anything. What? That is the biggest ball fart lie I've ever heard in my life, and I'm so tired of hearing it because it is the biggest lie in the world. You can't enter an industry and not know about the industry. Like, most of these companies don't provide no training. They don't provide nothing. They just get on some Q&A session real quick, okay, answer questions, right? They don't train you on nothing, not nothing that's truly important, right? They just tell you the same thing for what I just said, okay? Find someone that needs money. You'd be surprised, like, they'll tell you everyone needs money, but then you call like 1,000 people your first week, 200 people a day, and none of them need money. You like, well, I thought that y'all needed money, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's important. And you know, the reason why most of these people deny you sometimes, it's not because they don't need the money. It's because they're asking questions that you can't answer. That's a fact. So the question that I get asked is, do I need to be educated on the industry to actually make it? And I'm going to tell you, that's a big yes. Okay. Yes, enthusiasm helps, but you need to know something about the industry. You don't want to talk to somebody that's been working on cars for 40 years, that know how to change tires and know everything about your car and your alternator and transmissions and all of that. Okay. That works at AutoZone. You're not going to call him to talk about how to build your credit score, are you? No, you want to talk to a credit specialist, a credit consultant that's been doing this for a long time and nothing else but that. They can formulate a plan, a financial plan to get you out of it and then build it up. You don't want to talk to someone, about aircrafts and other things like that. Okay, if they work for waste management, right? They're picking up trash and other things like that. I'm not disrespecting no job, but what I'm saying is you don't want to call someone else about something else. Okay, so if you talk to someone, say for example, that is a janitor that's been working for a janitorial company and whatnot for a long time, if you call him and ask them about a reverse mortgage, or you ask them about a mortgage and how that works, they're probably not going to be able to explain in great detail about what it is at all. Okay, because no one teaches you about mortgages and credit and taxes or nothing like that when we were in school, right? No one was talking about that, right? So it just doesn't make sense to talk to someone that don't make sense. You got me? Right? It's nonsense when you talk to someone that don't make sense. You got me? So, and it's not to disrespect nobody. If they don't know, they don't know. And if you don't know, don't shy away from that. You can say something like, to be honest with you, I really just started in the industry, okay? And I can't answer that question, but I can get you on the phone with someone that can answer that question. I can forward over an email. You send the information that's over. I can forward over an email to one of my business consultants or one of my business partners, and they will definitely email you back, or they will definitely call you back and answer that same question that you asked me, and then we can keep it going. Does that sound fair? 9 out of 10 are going to say, yeah. You may get off the phone with them and feel bad, but yes, you did put them still in a great position to get the information that's needed, and you can start back where you guys left off. Okay, so education is key when you're getting into the funding industry, guys. You need to know what you're talking about. Don't listen to that nonsense when somebody try to sit there and tell you don't need to know nothing. You need to find a business that need money and da. Listen, I done did 5,000 calls before, okay, in less than a month, okay, and I remember not really getting that much, not really knowing that much, okay, when I was green in the industry, didn't really know what was going on because I was not educated. Now, when I speak to these business owners, I can determine which loan type, which loan product type is best fit for their particular business based off what's going on. That's valuable. That's extremely valuable. Okay. So, also got a question, what is equipment financing? So basically, to sum it up, okay, equipment financing is basically like a lender giving like a business finance that is secured by a piece of equipment. Okay, it's really simple. I mean, it's honestly a very common tool used by thousands and thousands of companies, as part of like a business recovery program or something like that, right? So I got another question. What is a term loan? So a term loan is basically term loans are like monetary loans that is repaid in regular payments over like a set period of time. Term loans usually last between like 1 year to 10 years, but many last as long as like 30 years in some cases. And business owners like that because if your business is basically in good standing and whatnot, you qualify for a term loan. That business owner can determine when they can pay back that loan: a Friday, a 15th, the 30th, last day of the month, beginning of the month, whatever, right? So those are the two questions that I got asked. What is a term loan and what is equipment financing and other things like that. So I just wanted to just throw that out there real quick because the two people that did ask, one of the people asked me a little bit more than that, but I already answered that in one of my emails. But I had another person ask me those two particular questions as well. So, and he said he was going to watch my next video when it came up, and I told him I was going to answer that question again, just so he could recap and have something to look at, and just kind of like a video mentorship, or a guidance tool and whatnot that he can look at. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watching this video. Again, guys, sweat equity is the most valuable equity there is. Know your business and industry better than anyone else in the world. Love what you do, or just don't do it. Simple as that, all right? Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.